Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Hi everyone. So I'm back with another video, and it has been a minute since I've made a video. I wanted to make this about the changes that I've experienced in my life recently, and these changes have created a massive impact on my life, so much so that I am now living in Bali, and I just wanted to basically talk about how when we choose ourselves and following our gut and following our intuition, amazing things can happen and life starts working for you instead of against you. The universe starts working for you and starts listening to you because you are listening to yourself. So when you are listening to yourself and you are listening to your gut, the universe hears that and gives you more rewards. It rewards you in more ways. So I was living in Cyprus for 2 years, and I was in a job that I didn't necessarily like. It was like a finance job, and I didn't like it at all. I felt depressed and sad all the time, and I genuinely thought this is my life. Like, I thought this was going to be my life. I was in a relationship with a great guy, but it just wasn't meant to be with him, unfortunately. And sooner or later I had this voice in me going, you have to leave, like there needs to be a change. And I kept pushing that voice down because I was so scared about the changes that it would bring. And I remember when I first heard the voice, it's weird because it was not like a voice in my head. It was just more like, it was my intuition. It was just a feeling. It was just like a knowing that this situation, the situation that I was in, was not right for me. And I was pushing it down and pushing it away because I didn't want to face breaking someone's heart. I didn't want to face moving again. I didn't want to face disappointing my parents. And as a result of that, and as a result of pushing my intuition down, I was suffering. No one else was suffering. Everyone else was happy because they thought I was happy, but ultimately inside I was suffering. And obviously my parents could see that, but the other people around me and my partner at the time could see that as well. But I just wanted to keep the peace. I wanted to make everyone happy. I wanted to make his family happy, because they really loved me and I really loved them. And so leaving that situation would have meant that there was a chance that they could see me in a different light, and God forbid someone sees me as a bad person. God forbid, I chose myself and chose what I want to do, and as a result someone isn't going to like it. Not everyone's going to be happy with the decisions that you make for yourself, because ultimately the people in our lives love us so much that they want to keep us there. And sometimes the people we love can act selfishly in wanting us to stay in situations that keep us close to them. And so making the decision that I made, leaving and moving countries, meant that obviously my partner would be heartbroken. My mum's heartbroken because I'm not staying at home anymore with my mum. There are going to be people who aren't going to be happy with the choices that you make for yourself, but ultimately the only person suffering whilst you're in the same position and the same situation is going to be you. And I had to learn that the hard way. And so I decided to leave the situation I was in. It wasn't an easy decision. I cried so much. I was like, I just thought this was my life and I just expected things to get better, but things were just getting worse and worse. And so I followed my gut. I went back to London. I found a job. I found a job quite easily, actually, through a friend. And then I got let go from that job. So whilst I was in that job, I had booked to go to Bali to visit my best friend because she was living here at the time. And so I'd booked a ticket for 3 weeks to come and see my friend. And then this was as I was like still working for the company. And then I went on this healing journey. So I met this shaman, and he it was really crazy because my stepsister got me in touch with him, and he essentially, I said to him like what I wanted healing, and he said fine. Like, we met in like West Sussex. He took me to this forest. I know it sounds a bit like crazy. I was a bit freaked out to start with, but he took me to a forest, and he did like a shamanic healing on me where he saw all my ancestors, and he basically cut the ancestral ties that were tied to me. And he said he saw all these visions of like gold coming on me and being in a gold like bed, and yeah, some crazy visions that he had about me. And he said that there were loads of like hands and people like clinging onto me, and I basically took that as a reflection of like my family, who absolutely adore me and I love them, but like to keep me where they want me. Not so much anymore. And also he said that goes back, that's the case with my ancestors as well, and like energies that are holding on to me. I'm not explaining this very well, but yeah, it did something, because when I went back to work the following week, I remember I messaged my coach at the time, and I said to her, this was on a Wednesday, so I messaged my human design coach, who's now my friend B, and I messaged her and I said, I just want to leave. I'm just not happy here, and I wish that they would fire me instead of me quitting, because if I quit, then my parents would be disappointed in me. The next day I went into work and my boss had a word with me, and she was like, Christina, we think you're great, but we can't afford to pay you anymore. And that was it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, that is crazy. So I was like, fine, let me just book a one-way ticket. Well, I already had my ticket booked to Bali, and I was like, let me just go to Bali and see where that takes me. And now 2 months later, I am living in a beautiful house with my two amazing best friends. One of my best friends is the one that I've known since uni. I've known her for about 6 years. And the other girl, I met her here through my best friend. Amazing girl. We've become besties already. And I've met so many people, so many inspirational people who are on this journey, on this road to self-development. And I am actually around people who uplift me and inspire me, which is why I decided to do this video, because yesterday I went to an inspiring talk. It was a workshop actually at this cafe called Cafe Coach, and it was a talk about public speaking. And since I've been in Bali, I've been working on my business, working on holistic health coaching and trying to get clients, and I want to put myself out there even more. So I applied to do a workshop at this cafe called Cafe Coach, and obviously they do a few, like one workshop a week every Thursday. And so I went yesterday, and it was a workshop about public speaking. I thought, brilliant, I can utilize this and put what I learn into practice when I host my workshop when I'm there. And so I went, and it was completely eye-opening. And honestly, I think it changed my life a little bit. It played a part in changing my life, because it made me realize that it basically made me realize that I wasn't as confident as I thought I was. But I see that as something beautiful. I see that as a gift, and I'm so happy that I came to that realization, because I may have gone to my workshop and not performed, and not performed, but not been the best version that I could be, like showing up the way I could. And so essentially where I was going with this is that since being in Bali, it's put me in situations that serve me, because I chose to honor myself and my own needs and my own emotions and do what makes me happy. The universe is rewarding me with that. Since I've been in Bali, I've been healing, I've been growing, I've been meeting new people. I'm now hosting a workshop. I've met an amazing guy, not like romantically, but I mean the guy who hosted the workshop yesterday. He was like, oh, we do like training every Tuesdays for public speaking, you should come. I was like, yeah, cool. So you meet people and you create these connections that are so special and so strong, because everyone is choosing themselves. And when I realized that, it took a lot of pressure off me, because it made me realize that I wasn't being selfish when I'm choosing myself. And actually, when I choose myself, I am able to cultivate more self-love within myself, which I am then able to give to other people, and the people that I love and value in my life, and my clients, and anyone who I come into contact with. And so even though I've been here for 2 months, I've seen massive growth within myself, because I've also been forced to spend time alone. Not forced, but essentially I chose to go celibate. Me and my 2 best friends, we said we'd go celibate and see how that goes for us. And celibacy for me means not speaking to any guys, not entertaining, like romantically, not friends. Like, I've got guy friends, but like not romantically speaking to guys, not entertaining guys, not sleeping with guys, no one night stands, which I've never done. Not that I judge that, but like, not my thing. So yeah, so that's basically, I find myself every evening doing stuff for me. I light my incense, I light my candles, I meditate, I journal, I watch my trash TV. Actually, yeah, I do watch trash TV because I want to, because I work hard throughout the day. So I'm like, I want to reward myself with this. And since I've been doing that, I've actually had more motivation to go to the gym. And me and the gym have a love-hate relationship. Like, honestly, yeah. Me and exercise, well, we didn't like each other that very much, because I always felt like I was exercising to achieve a certain standard, to achieve a certain look. And now I'm exercising because it makes me feel mentally good. I have more I'm saying this and I want to go to the gym. I just imagine myself running in the gym and I'm like, oh, I want to go for a run. It just creates more like space in my mind, and it brings me back to my body. And that's the thing, I've been doing more things that bring me back to my body. And ultimately, it's been serving me so well, because I'm able to get out of my head and into my body. And the more we come into our bodies, the more we learn to trust ourselves and listen to our intuition and trust that intuition. And this actually ties in with like limiting beliefs, because I've recently delved into the world of mindset coaching and mindset work, right? And so I was writing affirmations every day and addressing my limiting beliefs. But I was told by one of my friends who is a fantastic coach, she said to me, you know, we can do so much work on limiting beliefs, but when we don't believe those things that we are trying to implement and change, we are essentially lying to ourselves. And so that was a massive turning point in my belief about limiting beliefs and affirmations, because I was like, that makes so much sense. If I'm telling myself I'm worthy and I'm capable, when really I don't believe that, and I don't believe that I have any evidence for that, then nothing's going to change. I can write a whole page for a month about how I feel that way, but essentially I'm just lying to myself. And so I began finding evidence that I can trust myself, and that I am on my highest path, and this is my path, because I learned to trust my intuition. And when I trusted my intuition, I got myself out of a situation that wasn't serving me, and that has led me here to Bali, living my best life and doing all of the things that I never would have imagined if I'd stayed in that situation that I was in. So that is evidence that when I trust myself, great things happen. And so you can do this with money as well. So if you want to cultivate more abundance in your life, find evidence that you are an abundant person. So for example, I was given a free matcha by my local coffee shop because they see me there all the time. My friend treated me to lunch one time. My other friend took me out for dinner. I got freebies. All those things prove that I am an abundant person. I am here. I am living in this house with my friends, living my truth, living my dream. That is abundance. And so find things in your everyday life to prove to yourself that what you are telling yourself is true. and implement those beliefs and believe them, because they are true. And so, yeah, this video, I just wanted to touch on all those things and share with you my experience of trusting myself and where that's gotten me. And so I want you guys to go and do the same thing. Trust yourself, follow your intuition, follow your gut, and see where that takes you. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I'm going to try to post one video a week. I'm going to challenge myself in doing that. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to link that below, my Instagram handle. I'm offering free health coaching for 5 people who sign up to my program. And so I would absolutely love to get into contact with you guys and talk more about health and wellness. And stay tuned for more videos. Bye.